call the rescheduled organization meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Fair Lawn, New Jersey to order. The New Jersey Open Public Meeting Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of the public bodies at which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Fairlawn Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof distributed to the persons on the approved list, posted in the Board of Education Administrative Office, and sent to the Bergen Record and the Star Ledger. The announcement for the rescheduled organization meeting, along with the date, place, and time thereof, was distributed on December 10th, 2018. The items to be discussed during closed work session, if needed, of the rescheduled organization meeting may include personnel matters, student matters, legal matters, negotiations, and/or grievances, and tactics and techniques utilized in protecting public safety and property. The results of these discussions will be made public as soon as possible. At this time, I'd like to ask Valentina Santana to lead us in the flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to introduce our board attorney, Allison Kenny, and ask that the newly elected board members, Eugene Banta, Mark Spindell, and Wilkins Santana, join the board attorney at the front of the room to be sworn in.
As everybody's getting set up, I just want to point out that the additional page that's out there reflects the accurate vote count. The agenda that's stapled together wasn't including the absentee ballots, but I just wanted to let you know that the extra page is the accurate vote count. I had to introduce that.
Yes.
Okay. So repeat after me. I, Eugene Banta,
I, Eugene Banta,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
on the authority of the people.
And then you have the option of saying, so help me God, part of it.
So help me God.
I, Eugene Banta,
I, Eugene Banta,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to
R
S
S
19
19
4-1,
4-1,
nor disqualified
nor disqualified
due to conviction of a crime or offense
due to conviction of a crime or offense
listed in
listed in
NJS
NJS
18A
18A:
12-1,
12-1,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all duties
perform all duties
of that office
according to
the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Okay.
So help me God.
All right, if you can just sign on that line, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and Wilkins Santana? Okay. I, Wilkins Santana,
I, Wilkins Santana,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and this state,
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Wilkin Santana,
I, Wilkin Santana,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified
and that I am not disqualified
as a voter
as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
19:4-1,
19:4-1,
nor disqualified
nor disqualified
due to conviction of a crime
due to conviction of a crime
or offense listed in
or offense listed in
NJS
NJS
18A:
18A:12-1,
12-1, and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that office
of that office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So, I, Mark Spindle,
I, Mark Spindell,
do solemnly swear or affirm
solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in
and to the governments established in
the United States and this state,
the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Mark Spindle,
I, Mark Spindell,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I possess the qualifications
that I possess the qualifications
prescribed by law
prescribed by law
for the office of member of a Board of Education,
for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
and that I am not disqualified as a voter
pursuant to
pursuant to
RS
RS
19:4-1,
19:4-1,
nor disqualified
nor disqualified
due to conviction of a crime or offense
due to a conviction, crime, or offense
listed in
listed in
NJS
NJS
18A:
18A:12-1,
12-1, and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of that office
of the office
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome. Congratulations.
You gotta be ready.
Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Banta,
Present.
Mr. Barbarulo,
Present.
Dr. Cohen. Here. Mrs. Franco. Present. Ms. Puckenbush. Here. Mr. Rosenberg,
Here?
Mr. Santana,
Present.
Mr. Spindell,
Present.
Mrs. Wallace. Here.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to explain the election process for president and vice president. So in accordance with our Board of Education policy number 152, the candidate receiving a majority vote of the members of the board present and constituting a quorum will be elected to the office of president and vice president. There will be a verbal roll call vote after nominations are closed. At this time, I would like to open up the nominations for president of the Board of Education.
I nominate Ron Barbarulo.
Second.
So moved.
May I have, is there any other nominations? Okay, may I have a motion to close the nomination for president?
So moved.
May I have a roll call for president?
Mr. Banta?
Yes.
Mr. Barbarulo?
Yes.
Dr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Frankel?
Yes.
Ms. Quackenbush?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Spindell?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallace?
Yes.
I, Brooke Bartley, Board Secretary, ask Ron Barbarillo to please take your seat as president of the board.
Someone didn't think about it. That's what my seventh grade is.
First of all, just want to take a moment to thank all my fellow board members for having the confidence in voting me as president. I want to thank you, Dan, for doing a great job the last 3 years leading this board through a lot of things we had to do, superintendent search referendum, so on and so forth. So, and Gene, I'll be looking towards you for guidance. Okay, what to do.
Anything you
So I want to thank all my fellow board members. It's an honor to serve this board. At this time, I'd like to open up the nominations for Vice President of the Board of Education. So we need board members to nominate somebody. Elise Frankel.
Second.
Okay.
Okay,
I have a motion by Mark Spindell for Elise Frankel as Vice President, and a second by Mary Wallace. Any other nominations? Can I have a motion to close nominations? Mike, would you close?
second.
Sick.
Mike and Cindy. I have a roll call for Vice President.
Mr. Banta?
Yes.
Dr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Frankel?
Can I abstain?
Yes. Yes, okay. Ms. Quackenbush?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yeah.
Mr. Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Spindell?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Barbarulo?
Yes. I, Ron Barbarillo, now ask Elise Frankel to take her seat as Vice President of the Board of Education.
Look at his cord. So like how quick? And no one here? That's
So you.
Yeah.
Where's the instructions? She likes to do that. I don't.
All right, so we're gonna go to the action items. 01, the annual notice of regular scheduled meetings in your packet. And then 02, the adoption of code of ethics. So I'd like to ask each board member to read. Mary, would you start with the first paragraph, please?
Be it resolved that the following code of ethics contained within the School Ethics Act, NJSA 10:12-24, be adopted as the official code of ethics to which each Fairlawn Board of Education member subscribes during the election term of January 2019 to January 2020. I will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes should be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures.
Thank you, Mary. Emily, could you read the next paragraph, please?
I will make decisions in terms of the education and welfare of children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children, regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing.
Thank you.
I will confine my board action to policy making, planning, and appraisal, and I will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them.
Please.
I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my fellow board members to see that they are well run.
Gene?
I will recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board.
Welcome.
I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interests or partisan political groups, or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends.
I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, I will provide accurate information and, in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to staff the aspirations of the community for its schools.
I will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer.
I will support and protect school personnel and proper performance of their duties. I will refer all complaints to the Chief Administrative Officer and will act on the complaints at public meetings only after the failure of an administrative solution. Could I have a motion to approve resolution 01 and 2?
So moved. Second.
Can I have roll call, please?
Wait, can I
Question on motion?
I just wanted to clarify, especially for people in the public, 01, the annual notice for scheduled meetings, I learned that these are just by law, we're only required to publicize the dates of the regular monthly meetings or the action meetings where we take votes on things. I believe the work sessions here are listed as a courtesy, and this doesn't include committee meetings that will still be scheduled and happen on other topics, correct?
Correct. Roll call, please.
Mr. Banta?
Yes.
Dr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Frankel?
Yes.
Ms. Quackenbush?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Spindell?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Barbarella?
Yes. All right. Okay, S1, other business. Approval of the district school calendar for the school year 2019-2020. We look at the attachment on option N. Yeah, for Mr. Garcia.
Mary.
Okay, board members, any questions or comments?
I unfortunately am still not satisfied with this. It starts too late, ends too late. I will be voting no.
Gene?
Yeah, I just want to thank Nick and everybody for all the work they put into putting this together on number 14 here. I also want to thank Mayor Peluso, because at some point when we were having this discussion, I called him. Like an hour later, Nick called me and said, I just talked to Kurt. He said, you just talked to him. And Kurt was the one who called down to Bergen County. I don't know what he did or who he spoke to, but I want to thank him for getting that taken care of. And he and I were both amazed at how fast Bergen County actually responded and made a decision. So I want to thank the mayor for his work and his input down there. And he was the one that was able to get us the change at the high school, and that's why we're able to do this new calendar. And I understand there's still problems with it, but I think it's the best calendar that we can come up with.
Thank you. I agree with those sentiments, thank you for the mayor, yes.
I just want to reflect on the process of settling upon option N, that it's clear that there's different stakeholder groups that have shared needs and the interests of the children, but in their interpretation of what's in the best interest of children and when all else seems mutual, have different needs, including construction managers, administration, teachers, parents. And I just want to reflect and thank the administration for ultimately listening to all those stakeholder groups and settling upon an option that is, I think, an example of how compromise is when everybody leaves a little bit dissatisfied, but no one is devastated by the choices being made. So I think we hit the sweet spot here, and I'll be voting yes.
Anybody else? Welcome.
Yes, this calendar is definitely an improvement over the prior options. It's not a perfect calendar. You know, there may be someone who's not satisfied, but the administration came back with better options and a better plan. The district worked with the borough, with Mr. Peluso, and it was a very constructive process. I am happy that we have less disruptions to the instructional activity in November. So I'll be voting yes.
Anyone else? I just want to take the time to thank the administration, teachers, everybody had, a lot of people don't realize how much goes into making this calendar, how many groups are involved. And as Emily stated, yes, there are a lot of interest groups in this community. There's approximately probably over 2,300 families with children in the school district, where everybody has a need. And it's very hard to take everything into consideration and put it all into one format and make sure everybody's happy. So I just think that after all the hard work they did, I think this is the best that we can do. It's a one-year thing with the construction. And I'm again, very, very grateful. You know, I spoke to many other districts, superintendents that I know and stuff, and I can tell you, they go through the same thing, and it's not that easy trying to make sure everybody's happy. So this is the best compromise, and I know I'll be voting yes. Anybody else? At this point, I'm going to open up to comments from the public. Can you please come up and sign your name, state your name, and sign in, please?
Michelle Nappy. So there, regarding election day in November, just the high school will not have elections in it? All the other elementary, middle schools will also have elections?
Just the high school will not have elections.
Okay.
All the other elementary schools, with the exception for Edison, all other elementary schools will have elections in it.
Okay. I know we have the special threes in the school, which will help with that. I just want to remind you that there are still students in the schools till 6 p.m. with aftercare. I know that was an issue this past year, so please take that into consideration when taking care of that this year. Thank you.
Thank you. Sign in, state your name, please.
Yeah, David Tratner, 310 Allison Street. Question that I got from some people, will kindergarten start the same day this year as the rest of the district, is that on the 9th?
Yes.
Okay, so, okay, I just want to make sure of that. The second, I want to thank Dr. Cohn for really the impetus for getting the November change. I know a lot of people were concerned about, you know, with the calendar year having 5 weeks off total, and I'm glad you guys showed the patience, the people voted for it, to show the patience to wait, and then to get it resolved in a way that works. So I want to thank you guys for that. That's it.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Dawn Ebner, Fairlawn Education Association. I just want to mention the December 17th day, that if there's a possibility of switching that half day, if we can adjust the conferences, if that happens to pan out, just want to mention that since it's so close to the holiday break for parents as well as the staff.
So we, yes, Dawn, thank you.
Yep.
The only thing as of right now that could possibly change is the half day that's on there for the teacher conferences. We spoke with administration, we're looking into a time where it would be more adequate for everybody and would work out with the calendar, so we are looking at that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Okay, so, I need a motion to approve S1, please.
So moved.
Second.
Any other questions on the motion?
I just, if that December 17th date is still pending, is there a way to note on the version that's placed on the district website that, I mean, this is always the case regardless of there is a date that might change, that just to make it clear to the public that that date in particular might change, or that the calendar as a whole is always subject to potential change if the board revisits the moment for any other reason.
As soon as we change them, we'll update them, I'll report out at the next board meeting and we'll update it on the calendar. It'll be
It
soon.
should be in the next week.
Yeah, I mean, I already,
We're deciding that next week. So it'll be a quick decision.
So we'll vote on it again in our next month.
you don't think you have to
We
vote
don't
on
have to
that.
vote on
They're
it.
just gonna move the date of the parent-teachers conference, that's all.
It's just for
That's all it
elementary,
is.
it's only for elementary parent-teacher conferences.
It's not the whole district.
The half day on the 17th?
Yes. Yeah, so we're gonna make some
Pre-K through
adjustments to
five.
that working period so that it's not so close to the holidays for folks.
Is the same hold for March 16th and 26th, that's also only for,
26.
It's just March 26th, not the 16th, March 26th.
16th is the regular.
So yes, it holds true for March 26th. We're looking at those 2 dates.
okay, I might.
Because now what it did was, now that we moved the November week, it kind of threw off the academic consistency of the calendar, or jived it better. So those dates now probably have to move up a little bit. So we're just working with the administration and our staff to figure out when would be the time, excuse me, to hold those parent-teacher conferences.
So as in the interest of just not getting too much in the weeds on this, but expressing a concern on behalf of the communities, whatever the central administration can do to visually communicate those details at people who are reading it quickly and, you know, making offers of plans, anything you can do to clarify that?
Well,
They make the decision on Tuesday on the website.
Whatever the administration decides is best.
Listen, one, you can wait to post it till they make the decision, because everybody just got back from vacation short week. 2, also next year, there's numerous information goes out to the parents, the conference is coming up, conference coming up. So they'll all know about it
You
already.
sign up for them.
Huh?
Yeah, we have to sign up for them on
That's
Genesis.
what I'm saying, you gotta sign up for them also.
Very out there.
I'm not worried about parents missing conferences, I'm worried about people making plans and not interpreting.
What I would like to do is put something on the bottom. This is the calendar that was approved tonight. I want to get this calendar out. This is what everybody was asking for a long time, to get the calendar out. I will put the calendar out with the caveat of writing something on the bottom that those 2 half days may be moved or adjusted, and then once they are, we will let everybody know as well. But I do want to put this calendar out. So if a parent calls me tomorrow and says, where's the calendar that you voted on? I don't want to say, well, I can't share it with you, or I gave it to that one, but I didn't give it to everybody. I want everybody to have this calendar, and then we can go from there. Sure.
How long will it take the administration to collaborate with, you know, and with the
We're
union?
gonna have it within the week.
Next week. Like I said, they just got back today, they were talking about it, and now they're gonna just finalize it the next couple of days, so it'll be up probably in the middle of next week.
Then we'll report back out January 17th.
Okay, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Banta?
Yes.
Dr. Cohen?
Yes.
Mrs. Frankel? Yes. Ms. Quackenbush? Yes. Mr. Rosenberg?
Yes.
Mr. Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Spindell?
No.
Mrs. Wallace?
Yes to version N for Nick.
And Mr. Barbarella?
Yes. Okay. Now we have, all right, so now, other business, F1, tonight we're gonna vote. All right, just so everybody knows in the public, we got official word today from the DEP, it's a full go on Memorial's expansion. We had some paperwork that had to be clarified, it was all taken care of, and Mr. Garcia today got the full, and Ms. Bartley got the full go-ahead, so we're full going. So now, we are gonna vote on the approval of the sale of the school bonds to bond the referendum that was approved last year and voted. So, do I have any questions from the board members on F1?
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna abstain on this one since I wasn't on the board when all this was decided.
Any other questions?
Yes, I would like to have a, I know I communicated this to the administration, I would like to have a list of all the current debt the district holds, the schedule of the repayment of that debt, and, you know, the schedule of by when all the current and future debt the district holds will be paid off. I know I sent that request, and I know you were away, but when, you know, the administration gets a chance, I would like to take a look at that.
Sure.
Noted. Any other questions? Any other questions from the public? Seeing none, can I have a roll call, please? Can I have a motion
So moved.
for that one? Okay. Any other questions?
I just want to clarify, I know it's been a practice in the past that when one board member asks for information like that it's sent to all board members as a courtesy. Is that still something we are generally going to follow?
I don't see a problem with it.
Okay, great.
Okay, any other questions? Huh? No, I did the audience already. No, you're fine, it's like, I do different motions, I know, Mike, I gotta get into the swing of things, it's my own organization, my motions are a little different. So, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Banta?
Yes.
Dr. Cohen?
Staying.
Mrs. Frankel?
Yes.
Ms. Quackenbush?
Yes.
Mr. Rosenberg? Mr. Santana?
Yes.
Mr. Spindell?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallace?
Yes.
Mr. Barbarulo?
Yes. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Oh, wait.
Hey,
Go ahead.
so moved.
Any questions on the motion?
You were sleeping.
All in favor? Oh, no, roll call.
How about new business?
No, no, all in favor?
Not a regular meeting.
Aye. Any nays?
Nay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening. Thank you for coming.